In life, it's easy to fall into the trap of comparing ourselves to others, measuring our worth against someone else's achievements, appearance, or opportunities. From the moment we scroll through social media feeds to the conversations we have with peers, comparison seems almost unavoidable. Yet, what most people don't realize is that this habit of measuring our progress against others often undermines our own self-belief, creating feelings of envy, inadequacy, or frustration. Inspired by the timeless wisdom of Dr. Joseph Murphy, we can begin to see a different path, one where the success of others becomes a source of inspiration rather than a trigger for self-doubt. Dr. Murphy taught that our minds have incredible creative power and that the thoughts we choose to focus on shape our experiences and outcomes. By consciously shifting our focus from jealousy to appreciation, we can transform our mindset and open ourselves up to growth in ways we might never have imagined. Instead of feeling threatened by someone else's accomplishments, we can learn to celebrate them, recognizing that their victories do not diminish our own potential, but rather illuminate what is possible when belief, effort, and positivity come together. This mindset shift is not just a fleeting motivational idea. It is a practical approach to life that encourages us to develop gratitude, humility, and resilience. By observing others' achievements with a spirit of admiration, we allow ourselves to absorb valuable lessons, adopt strategies that resonate with our goals, and understand that success is not a limited resource. There is room for everyone to grow, and when we view the journey of others as a source of encouragement, we begin to replace envy with constructive energy. Dr. Joseph Murphy emphasized the importance of mental exercises and affirmations to reprogram the subconscious mind, and one of the most powerful applications of his teaching is learning to internalize the success we witness around us. By consciously acknowledging the achievements of others and feeling genuine joy for their progress, we create a positive mental environment where our own ambitions can flourish. Over time, this practice builds a sense of self-belief that is independent of external validation because it comes from an internal understanding that we, too, are capable of growth, achievement, and happiness. When we cultivate this perspective consistently, we notice that the comparisons that once caused stress and anxiety start to fade, replaced by a sense of collaboration with life itself. Each success story we encounter becomes a reminder that effort, focus, and belief work in harmony, and that we can use these examples to guide our own journey. In essence, celebrating others is not just an act of kindness. It is a transformative habit that strengthens our mind, uplifts our spirit, and reinforces the principle that our personal growth is enhanced, not hindered, by the triumphs of those around us. Once we begin to shift our focus from comparison to celebration, the next step is learning how to apply this mindset in practical, everyday ways. Dr. Joseph Murphy emphasized that the mind responds to repetition, visualization, and positive affirmation, meaning that the more we consciously practice seeing others' successes as inspiring rather than threatening, the more it becomes a natural part of how we think and feel. One simple but powerful exercise is to take a moment each day to reflect on the accomplishments of people around you, friends, colleagues, or even public figures, and allow yourself to feel genuine happiness for them. Instead of dismissing their success with indifference or resentment, take mental note of the qualities, efforts, or habits that contributed to their achievements. This is not about imitation. It is about recognition and learning. By doing so, you create a mindset where admiration becomes a tool for self-improvement rather than a source of envy. Another technique is visualization, a cornerstone of Dr. Joseph Murphy's teachings. Close your eyes and imagine yourself reaching your own goals while others are reaching theirs, without competition, judgment, or self-doubt. Picture the joy, satisfaction, and sense of accomplishment that comes with personal growth, knowing that the achievements you witness in others are a reflection of what is possible for you, too. Over time, this mental practice trains your subconscious mind to associate success, both your own and others, with positivity, abundance, and possibility, rather than scarcity or fear. Journaling is another highly effective method. Spend a few minutes each day writing down at least 3 things you admire about someone else's progress, and then reflect on how their journey can inform your own. This encourages a proactive rather than reactive response to comparison, shifting your energy from judgment to curiosity and inspiration. Additionally, engaging in conversations that celebrate achievements can strengthen this habit. When you consciously congratulate and acknowledge the accomplishments of peers, whether in person or online, you reinforce a culture of positivity around yourself, which, according to Dr. Murphy, feeds directly into your subconscious mind and nurtures your own confidence. It is important to understand that these exercises are not about suppressing natural feelings of envy or insecurity. Instead, they are about consciously redirecting them. When we notice envy arising, we can pause, acknowledge it without judgment, and then intentionally transform it into motivation, curiosity, or admiration. Over time, this repeated practice rewires the mind to respond with encouragement rather than comparison, and it fosters a deep sense of self-belief that is resilient to external circumstances. Ultimately, the key principle is that your personal growth does not exist in opposition to the success of others. Rather, the victories you witness can act as stepping stones and mirrors reflecting your own potential. Through consistent practice of these techniques, inspired by Dr. Joseph Murphy's timeless teachings, you cultivate not only a positive mindset, but also a sustainable, long-term approach to life that thrives on collaboration, gratitude, and self-confidence. As you continue to embrace the mindset of celebrating others while focusing on your own growth, you begin to notice subtle but powerful changes in your daily life. One of the most remarkable transformations is the way your self-belief expands naturally, almost effortlessly. When you stop measuring yourself against others and instead view their accomplishments as sources of inspiration, you free up mental and emotional energy that was once wasted on doubt, fear, or resentment. Dr. Joseph Murphy consistently highlighted the importance of nurturing a positive inner dialogue, explaining that the thoughts we repeatedly entertain shape not only our perception of ourselves, but also the opportunities that appear in our lives. By consciously choosing to celebrate the success of others, you are feeding your subconscious mind with a pattern of optimism, abundance, and growth. This doesn't mean that challenges and setbacks disappear. Life will always present obstacles, but your perspective shifts in a way that allows you to approach difficulties with confidence and creativity rather than discouragement. Another practical approach is the habit of setting personal goals that are independent of anyone else's achievements. Instead of asking, "Why haven't I reached what they have?" reframe the question as, "What steps can I take today to move closer to my own vision?" This simple shift in language and focus, inspired by Dr. Joseph Murphy's teachings, helps you anchor your energy in constructive action rather than unproductive comparison. Alongside goal setting, regular reflection becomes a key practice. Take time at the end of each day or week to review what you've accomplished, however small, and pair it with acknowledgement of others' successes. Writing down these reflections reinforces a mindset of growth and gratitude, reminding your mind that life is abundant and that multiple successes can coexist simultaneously. You may also find that sharing your journey with supportive peers who value encouragement over competition further strengthens this habit. When you participate in communities that celebrate achievements collectively, you internalize the idea that success is not a zero-sum game. Each person's triumph becomes a source of learning, motivation, and empowerment, amplifying your own self-belief. Over time, this consistent practice cultivates resilience, optimism, and an authentic sense of confidence that does not rely on external validation. Dr. Joseph Murphy often emphasized that the subconscious mind is like fertile soil. Whatever is planted and nurtured will grow. By choosing to plant thoughts of admiration, inspiration, and proactive self-reflection, you create a fertile environment for your own success to take root and flourish. Ultimately, the journey from comparison to celebration is more than a mindset shift. It is a life philosophy that encourages you to embrace abundance, recognize the achievements of others as inspiration, and consistently invest in your own growth. By practicing this approach daily, you build a lasting foundation of self-belief, joy, and inner strength, allowing you to move through life with a sense of purpose, gratitude, and the unshakable confidence that your potential is limitless.